When you see that field of blue, you know it can be only one place in the world. Boise, Idaho, on the campus of Boise State and home to the fabled giant killers, the Boise State Broncos. Today we're set for a clash between these two rivals from the Mountain West. As we'll see, the UNLV Rebels taking on the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Broncos will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. So the UNLV Rebels offense takes the field. Jesse, we don't get many of these types of runners anymore, it seems, but this offense is built around a guy who can carry the ball 30, 40 times if they need it.
And he is every defensive coordinator's nightmare because it's only a matter of time with this guy before he's going to break the long one. He has incredible vision. He can cut, and it's the game-breaking speed, David, that makes him truly unique.
Yeah, and he sets the tone, man. More guys are going to be committed to stopping him in the run game. It sets the tone for the offense. It opens up everything else. It starts and ends with him.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Orji. Rushes on him. With the catch, it's Thomas.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Rebels line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. On his way back from the 20. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. So the Boise State Broncos offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Play fake on 1st down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. On the run, it's Thomas. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Gotta love how this defense started the football game. They forced the punt on the first drive. First play now, come out, set the tone. Great run defense, forcing a negative play and putting their defense in a good spot.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside to hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down.
Offense facing fourth down.
Draw play, quarterback keeps it. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now, they go for it on fourth down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big...
They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Rainbow Warriors will put total leather and we'll get started. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Ohio State's offense will have first crack at this one. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch. Fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Steps away. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4. He'll take a deep shot here. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Last play didn't go well. With 2nd and 11.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run play action. Now improvising. Oh, he's got a chance. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. He's going. And he will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
I love the aggressive nature of the play column there. In the opening drive in the game, you have an opportunity on 4th down, obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it. And not just get it, they score a touchdown.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Rainbow Warriors offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out, and it is top flight. Like one of the best in the country at your spot. So interested to see how this passing attack works while avoiding that guy, because I'm not going after that ball.
Well, I don't think this quarterback has seen a secondary built like this. He definitely hasn't seen a corner with this guy's ability. And so if he is going to try him, he better have really good timing. He better be very accurate. He better not be late throwing out-breaking routes because this dude will pick him off and take it to the house.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Rainbow Warriors will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He gets a block. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. To throw, it's Sayin. Looking to scramble. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The play action fake. Right down the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He throws one to the left. Makes the grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Using his legs, it's Sims. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Rainbow Warriors decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He unleashes a long one. He's got it on the left. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. Now the play fake. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Under fire. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. He slides that just inside the right upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He turns it loose to the left. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
That is so hard to defend. QB wants to make a play from the pocket, but does a great job escaping to his left, eyes down the field. Palmer, he looked like a young, athletic Jesse Palmer, getting outside the pocket and throwing it down.
I would have torn my ACL if I had tried to roll out to my left like that in my playing days, but how about this quarterback keeping his eyes downfield, never quitting on the play, and finding a viable option and delivering an accurate throw so that he could advance it after the catch and take it all the way into the end zone.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. From inside the 15, here's the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point, they know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Looking deep down the right side. Makes a grab deep. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him! And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Rainbow Warriors will line up to punt it away. crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Moves away as he feels pressure. Throwing on the run. Grabs it inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
On to attempt to try. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at 5. The RPO, it's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. He's brought the quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Looking down the middle. He's got it. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a new set of downs. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Hauls it in. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Oh, the attempt is no good. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer instead. They're still way, way behind. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He's going to fire to the left. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it. The second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line. The give to the back. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming.
Fourth down coming.
On fourth down, looking to pass. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. Absolutely perfect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem. I don't think this defense has the solution.
Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Finds a tight end. There he goes. And they'll stop him just short of the first down. Just in. Away from moving the sticks. The Rainbow Warriors are facing 3rd and inches. Rides the back on the option. The give. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Floating away. Looking down the left side. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Off the play fake. Might be looking to run. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Quarterback now breaking the field. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Going back to the well, another deep ball.
The defense has not had an answer for this guy today. Already over 150 yards receiving. That time, the ball falls incomplete, but we haven't seen that happen too often.
Looking for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll pull it down. He's not even going to get close. Knocked out of bounds well behind the first down marker. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's White.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. From the gun, the ground game. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's a nice gain, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get... going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Quick release on the RPO. Wide open spaces. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Rainbow Warriors are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in to block, only send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got to do something different. But bottom line, you got to protect that QB.
Punch. Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. Open spaces.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on for a massive fumble recovery.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Going downfield for the big play. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
Back to pass on second down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. The Rainbow Warriors are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. And the Rainbow Warriors will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Makes a move. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Great place to start for this offense. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock.
Get set, get set.
Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down.
29 Philly.
Back to pass. Buys a little extra time. Trying to make magic with his feet. Knocked off his feet.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the 1st down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on 3rd down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Ohio State. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field. And my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Leaves it with the back. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Rainbow Warriors will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt and take it back. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Back to pass, it's Sayed. Moves around to clear up the vision. Fakes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Got a man in the middle. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll move the wide receiver. They just keep firing. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. Brought down after the catch at the 4-yard line. It'll be first and goal. And the Buckeyes have it in scoring position on first and goal. From the gun. Here comes the heat. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Trying to pound their way in. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Under fire. Touchdown Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Leaves it with the running back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Here's the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Here's the handoff. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to run, and I don't think anybody expected him to struggle as much as he had so far in this game.
And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Unloads it left. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing the...
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. It's a big stride inside the 10. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Fires to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Ready to try the point after.
On for the extra point.
Splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Wide receiver going in motion. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Got the 1st down and more. On the move at the 30. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Scrambling away. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room into the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team
just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Back to pass, it's Sayin. He spins that thing down the middle. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. So here they come going for it on 4th and long. The aftershocks of that earlier sack still reverberating. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He turns it loose to the left. He caught it. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive. They've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Here's the pressure. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw just spectacular.
They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Akron Zips, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Zips will kick it away first. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Georgia's offense is on the field for the first time today. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago.
Coming out aggressively. He's got it! Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And so much for feeling each other out for a few plays. These guys come out spinning it.
All gas, no brakes. Come in and spin the magic bean on the opening play of the game, taking a shot. Doesn't get better than that if you're this quarterback.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air. It's Stockton. Now sliding to his left. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Dogs.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Akron's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long, and the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
In these situations, third and eternity, I know exactly what to do. I'm putting more DBs on the field. I know it's a pass, my best pass defenses, and then I turn my pass rushers loose. Go get that QB.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. Makes a grab for a big play. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have him first and goal from the 1. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I down in the red zone. This quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Caught in the backfield, it's Gant. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. Gives it on the option. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. The Zips come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Finley. Snagged in the middle, it's Polk. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And the Zips have their offense in high gear. On the ground, it's Gant. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollock, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense has it. They're on the move. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now.
So as a defensive guy, they line up in a formation. You know they're heavy on one side. And then all of a sudden, boom, 2 guys pull, and they go the other direction. So you can't really load up and play that. That counter keeps you off balance as a defense. It makes you really be honest.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. He stopped at the 32-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. Georgia won the SEC a season ago, but face-planted in the playoff, largely due to their offensive issues. But Kirby Smart is certainly reloaded at the skill positions.
I've reloaded, and obviously the quarterback spot was an issue. All that.
Turning it on! They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Defensively, with all the space now in spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering for the score. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Lets it go to the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal from the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Absolute shank. Missed it. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Zips need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the second time. Takes it on the return. He's got great speed. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Off play action on first down. Bringing the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. They'll run play action. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He'll take another shot here. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
I guess they believe the entire field is 4-down territory. A bit of an odd choice, but they'll go for it on 4th and 12 miles. Pulls it in. It's Bell. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Looking for a man. It's Finley. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23. This pass rush has just been relentless. You can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Quarterback on the keeper. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. Makes the grab on the right. Lots of running room. Past the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Akron.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quarterback moving. He throws one to the left. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field.
Going for the big play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Makes the grab onside.
Ice water in this quarterback's veins, man. 3rd play of the drive. It's 3rd and 10. You know the defense is expecting pass, but this quarterback, laser focus. He found the matchup. Great job reading coverage, and that was an absolute dime deep down the field.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Bulldogs in the hurry up. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Using his legs to buy some time. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Pass is incomplete, but I think the defense was offsides, and this will probably be a 1st down.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs.
29.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. He's got it. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the 1st half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, get clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Finley. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Grabbed over the middle, it's Gant. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play, clock running. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. And the Zips send out the punt unit. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Buys a little time with his feet. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. To the air on 1st down. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. No good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Out of the gun, the inside give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Rides to back and leaves it. And he takes this one back to the line of scrimmage, a rather anticlimactic end to the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. With the catch, it's Adams. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The Zips come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass, it's Finley. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Zips now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Newell. And they pick up just a few on that completion. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And the ball's out there after it. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse.
You know, quarterbacks practice ball security as well throughout the week, and he has to do a better job of keeping 2 hands on the ball. He knows this defense is trying to rip it out, but trying to get a hat on the football. He's lucky that he was able to recover his own fumble there.
Cradles it at the 35. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Georgia going up tempo.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. At the 35, he's got room. There he goes. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Snags it. so close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And the Dogs are rolling down the field. Slams it ahead. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The AT unit on the field. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. They march 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll try the run. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. The Zips with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. On the run is Gee. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Well, not down in distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now, here's second and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. To the air, it's Finley. Got it in the middle, it's Adams. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's fourth down. And the Zips will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. He'll start this drive firing. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Rolling right and going deep. He's got it inside the 15. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. Caught behind the line. It's Frazier. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give on the inside. Headed to the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost. Trot into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Finley. Quick strike complete. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Gee. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Pulls it in. It's Adams. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Get set.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack. This offense has it with really good field position. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't.
Fires toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Yeah, how about that? The mindset of the offensive coordinator. You got a really big lead. You're sitting really pretty, but I think this is just about rubbing your nose in it and trying to make bigger plays down the field. But the defense finally got to stop, and they need some more of those and some big plays to get back in this game.
And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Stockton. Looking to buy time. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. Uga trying to make this red zone trip pay off. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back. I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal coming up. Give to the running back. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So they only had to move the ball finish it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. From inside the 15, here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking downfield on first down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Zips have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. From the gun, running back gets the give. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You wonder about that play call on 3rd and long, maybe just trying to get themselves a little bit more real estate, but it didn't fool the defense. They create another negative play now deep in the opponent's territory. The defense has just been dominant on this drive.
He'll field it close to the 50. And there he goes. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Hands it off. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Looking for a crease. It's Frazier. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. The Dogs want to move quickly. The play action fake. He'll get rid of it. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And the Zips with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pocket breaking down. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Zips will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Now on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Great place to start for this offense. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Extending the play. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, a lot of space. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. Running the red zone. It's Frazier. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Bulldogs are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. And here we go, final play of the game right here. Trying to keep the drive alive. And that is how we will wrap this one up. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome everyone to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example. Then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And the Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
Dropping back, it's Beck. Under fire. Now he's going to throw back to the middle. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, this is a quarterback who's not known for his running ability, obviously. We've seen him make some great throws, but mobility, that's probably not...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Going for 6. Touchdown, Cuse. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Quarterback extends the play. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Canes.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end. But forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on 4th down? You make the play and get the huge, explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. That's caught. It's Ross. It's a seam wide open. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Orange will have to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Back to throw, it's Beck. Using his feet to buy time. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
He's going to let one go back to the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Going to try to get it himself. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Canes line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Around midfield, go for it. This isn't 1930 football. Try to get the first down. Off the play fake. Still looking on the move. He's going to fire to the left. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. just have to make that catch. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys, those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words to describe defensive line.
Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Looking to throw, it's back. On the move to his left. Turns it loose. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Canes need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop. And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Beck's going for the goal line. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll do it himself. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the 1st period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Syracuse. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. The give out of the gun. Creates a little space. Hop, turning on the Jets. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The Canes want to pick up the tempo. To throw, it's Beck. Buying some time as he moves left.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The Hurricanes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Fires left, and they can't make the connection. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Off play action. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The offense gets a fresh set of downs after the PI. We'll see if the defense can regroup and put together a stop. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Gill. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Keep it on the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. They've got the screen set up. He's loose. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Well, the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play. And when I talk about Miami linebackers, it is a bit of a sore subject for me. We played against the Canes in the Sugar Bowl my senior year in college. I got hit multiple times by multiple Miami linebackers and spent multiple days in an ice tub post-game.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Syracuse will send out the punt team. Catches it at the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Scanning the field, it's Beck. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Pulls it in on the left. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up.
He's going to fire deep. Touchdown, Hurricane! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Under fire, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's going to take off, and the defense is there to stop him short of the 1st down. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half.
And the Canes will kick it off to start the 2nd half. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here's the Heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch right at the 50. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Dropping back, it's Beck. Quarterback floating away from pressure. On the run, deep down the right side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. What will they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Going back to the well, another deep ball. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it after 14. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's moving out of the pocket. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Canes are in the hurry-up.
2nd down coming up.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. The Canes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll run the counter. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Orange will have to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Now he'll let one fly down the left side. He took a shot at the end zone, and he almost picked it off. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Beck. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Got it! They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami!
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Looking to fire. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Syracuse will send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking to throw, it's back. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He turns it loose to the left. And a dangerous pass there, almost threw a pick in the end zone. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Keeps looking downfield. Lets it fly. He makes the catch. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. They'll go to the ground. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. The short hands, it's Cook. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To the air on 1st down. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Now rolling to the left. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gonna run it. It's Fletcher. He's in open space downfield. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Hurricanes moving quickly to the line. Tight end now in motion. Trying play action. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down. I know some teams have an aversion to punting. It's sort of the new wave of football. But giving the other team this kind of chance, that's just not smart. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Wants to throw. It's Collins. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. He's looking downfield to throw. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their...
They got him. The pressure got home, and the defense makes sure this drive comes up empty. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got a man. It's Fletcher. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. They'll run play action. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Intercepted to stop the threat. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Syracuse right back at him.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and
the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Lost one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Back to pass, it's back. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. So now on comes the field goal unit. Not a chance. Missed it. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabs it in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Caught in the backfield, it's Gill. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Rush is on him. They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the 4th down stop. This offense has it with really good field position. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Hand off from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Hurricanes will hustle to the line. The play action fake. Into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
And you knew
this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
14.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Back to throw, it's Collins. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. They're dealing with a second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Knocked down quickly after the pick, but that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter. Get your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Using his legs, it's Fletcher. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Brings up.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports